Hello everybody, Jonathan Rayo here with Simplified Guitar, and today I want to teach you an amazing finger picking pattern that's really going to make you look like you know what you're doing. And what's really cool about this pattern, it's in 4/4 time, which is going to be the most popular time signature out there. So you can use this pattern for a lot of songs. So once you get the finger motion memorized with your picking hand, you'll be able to use this pattern on a bunch of songs.
I'm dreaming of the road again, set free in the wind. Looks like we found home again, on the road that's growing in.
All right, so let's break down this finger picking pattern. As I was saying, this pattern is in 4/4 time. So we're going to have 4 beats per measure here for this finger picking pattern. And let's separate right now the upper register, or let's say the low pitch versus the high pitch. And we're going to be using our thumb for the low pitch of this finger picking pattern, and our first and second finger for the higher pitch register. Okay, so for this demonstration, I'm just going to be holding the G chord. So with my G chord held down, what I want to do is just focus on the thumb right now. And I'm going to be playing the root note of the G chord, which is going to be my low E string. I'm going to play that with my thumb. And then that's going to be for beat 1. And then for beat 2, I'm going to go to the D string and play that with my thumb. So we have 1, 2, and then for beat 3, I'm going to go back to the root note, which is my E string. And then I'm going to go back to the D string for beat 4. And being this is a 4-beat pattern, that's everything. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. And my thumb just does that on repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now if our root note changes, let's say we go to the C add 9 chord or a C chord, our root note is no longer that low E string, it's now going to be the A string. So when I start on beat 1, I need to be plucking the A string with my thumb, not the low E string. So we're going to have beat 1, and then beat 2, I'm going to be playing the D string still. I'm still playing the D string with my thumb, just like before. And then beat 3, we go back to the A string, and then beat 4, the D string. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's say our root note changes again and we play a D major chord. Now we need to skip the low E string and the A string, and we're going to start our strumming on the D string. And for this chord, we're going to play the D string for beat 1, and then we're going to play the G string for beat 2. And then back to D on beat 3, and then G again on beat 4. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So again, for the G chord, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. C, 1, 2, 3, 4. D, 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to G. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's go ahead and throw in our first and second finger. So going back to the G chord, for beat 1, we're going to be playing that root note of the G chord by itself with our thumb. And then for beat 2, we're going to the D string with our thumb, but we also want to play the B string with our second finger at the same time. So we have 1, 2. And then for beat 3, we're going to go back to the root note with our thumb. And then after beat 3, we're going to hit the G string with our first finger in between beat 3 and 4, so on the and. So if we were to count 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. After beat 3 on the and, we're going to hit the G string with our first finger. And then beat 4, we're hitting the D string with our thumb, just like we did earlier. And then after beat 4 on the and, we're going to hit the high E string with our second finger. So again, really slow, counting it out, we have 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and. Now we do that same thing with the C chord. Everything is the same for our first and second finger, but our thumb is just switching for that first and third beat to the A string. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and. Now when we go to the D chord, everything is shifting a string down. So for the D chord, my thumb starts on the D string and then goes to the G string for 1, 2, 3, and 4. But now on beat 2, instead of my second finger plucking the B string on beat 2, it's going to pluck the E string on beat 2. Because everything is just too crowded and I don't want to pluck the G string with my thumb and the B string with my second finger at the same time. They're like right next to each other. So I'm just shifting everything down. So we're going to have 1, 2, so that's the G and high E string, 1, 2, 3, and, so on the and, I'm plucking the B string with my first finger instead of the G string with my first finger. So again, it's just these two fingers are just shifting up a string each. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. Keep on the sunny side of life. It will help us every day. It will brighten all the way. If we'll keep on the sunny side of life. I keep a close watch on this heart of mine. I keep my eyes wide open all the time. I keep the ends out for the tie that binds. Because you're mine, I walk the line.
All right, if you want to get the practice tab worksheets for these 3 songs, you can click up there in the information card or down below in the description to become my patron and get access to those. I hope this finger picking pattern helps you to sound like a pro, and I look forward to seeing you in the next lesson. Take care.